Hi, my name's Debbie Pendergrast. I'm Business Development Manager here at Keencut, and I'm going to take you through today's session, which is going to be showing you how to correctly cut banner using the Keencut products. Now, I'll be using the Simplex, I'll be using the Sabre, and then I'll take you through the Evolution 3 Freehand and the Evolution 3 Smart Fold, which also will be indicative of exactly how the benchtop works. I'm going to be starting with the Simplex itself. The models that I'm going to be using for this video, they're demonstration size models, so they're quite short. They're about 70 centimeters in length. We start our range at or from 1 meter 10 for the Simplex and the Evolution 3 range, and at 1 meters for Sabre. They will show you exactly how the machine performs, even though they are short demonstration sizes, but they are perfectly working models, so it will show you exactly the capacity. So without further ado, I'm really here with the Simplex. Now, the Simplex is a really easy machine. It's very lightweight, it's very portable, it's made from one piece of aluminium extrusion. It takes one medium duty blade. The important thing with the Simplex is that no matter what you are cutting, and in this instance it's banner, you have to put a protective mat underneath the material to protect the surface that you're cutting on top of. Otherwise, you're going to be cutting through your tabletop or your work surface or your carpet or whatever it happens to be resting on. So it's really important to use a cutting mat with the Simplex. The Simplex also has the capacity of a continuous cut, meaning that you can actually cut material that is longer than the cutter bar itself, and I'll show you exactly how to do that now. So, as I've said, it's a very lightweight machine. The capacity of the straightness is guaranteed at 1 millimeter over the whole length of the cut, so it's pretty precise. It has plastic bearings, so I've just placed it on my cutting mat. I've already regulated the depth of the blade. Now, the rule of thumb with blade depth is that it should only be the maximum depth to go through the actual material that you are cutting. It doesn't need to be any further out, because it's just going to give you probably less of a straight cut, because you have more of a wobble factor that comes into play if you have too much of the blade extruding. Push down and pull towards you. It's spring loaded, so it will pop back up as a safety feature. Once it's got to the end of the cutting mat, slide the material along, so you're still protecting it underneath. Then you can slide your cutter bar along as well, realign it up, and continue the cut. And there you have the banner. The next machine we're going to cover is the Sabre. Now, the Sabre comes in slightly different sizes from the rest of the range. As I mentioned previously, it starts at 1 meter in length. It also has the capacity of a continuous cut. Now, very similar to the Simplex, it's a portable machine, slightly different because it actually has a base plate integrated into it. The guarantee of the precision of the cut is 1 millimeter over the whole length, as with the Simplex, and it also has plastic bearings for head, so the motion isn't as smooth as an Evolution 3, for example. The difference with the Sabre is that it actually comes with 3 blade holders. So it comes with a graphic blade holder that is actually probably mounted on the machine itself. It also comes with a medium duty blade holder and a rotary blade holder. Now, this one is for using for cutting fabrics, delicate materials, and you can also use this for cutting banner. So slightly different from the Simplex that only has the 1 blade. This takes 3 different types of blades. I have the graphic blade mounted, so I'll show you how to cut banner with the graphic blade. Very easy. Again, you regulate the depth of the blade just to go through the depth of the material. It's a continuous cut. So for that, I'm going to slide the material along, realign it, reinsert my blade and finish my cut. And that's how you use the graphic blade. Now, to use the rotary blade, all you have to do is actually change the blade holder itself. It's very, very easy to do. Just going to get the material. You unscrew these 2 screws here, lift off the graphic blade, slide it off, and then you can insert the rotary blade. Now, the rotary blade has a safety feature The blade has got to be covered by the red guard, otherwise it won't insert onto the sabre. So there is a slight cutout here. That means that the only position you can mount the blade holder itself is in this position here. So mount the blade holder, push it down, tighten it up. Once it's in place, you can expose the blade. Now with the rotary head, again, because this is delicate material, if you don't support the blade from underneath, all that's going to happen is the material will collapse into the cutting groove. So if you're using the rotary head and you're using any sort of material with the rotary head, you need to use the cutting mat. I'm just going to get my cutting mat. Lift up my clamp. Realign everything. Just adjust my material until I am happy with the cut that I'm wanting. Push down the rotary head and perform your cut. Now, once I've gotten to the end, again, I will need to slide my material along. Keep it supported with my cutting mat. Realign it to the cut that I've previously made. And continue to cut. And that's how you use the sabre. Moving on to the Evolution 3 series, I'm going to start with the Freehand. Now the Evolution 3 series is very different from the Simplex and the Sabre. We've got steel bearings, we've got a steel track, we've got a sightline strip that shows you exactly where the line of cut is going to be, which makes it really easy to align material or to crop marks. They are also quite robust machines and they are ultra precise. So we will guarantee these machines to cut within 0.2 millimeters of precision over the whole length of the cut. So that's the width of a hair. So they are really, really, really precise models. Now the Freehand is a portable machine. So again, you've got the capacity of doing a continuous cut with this machine, meaning you can cut material that's actually longer than the machine itself because you can just move the machine along. We start these in 1.10 m. It comes with a double graphic blade head already installed. And because it's a portable machine, you will need to actually use a cutting mat underneath it to protect the surface that you are cutting on top of. However, I would not recommend using the double graphic blade head for cutting banner material with the Freehand itself. It doesn't have a cutting groove, so it doesn't have the capacity as the Sabre has, for example, where the blade will insert into the cutting groove and actually make a smooth cut all the way along. It has, the blade will go and hit the surface underneath it. So with a cutting mat, because they aren't, unless you're using reinforced glass, they aren't a smooth surface, so you might get a little bit of a jaggy effect going on if the knife goes into the cutting mat and can get stuck. So it won't give you a clean cut as would a fabric head, which is this one. So this is the optional extra for the Evolution 3 series. It's a rotary head. And it will roll over the material. So this is for delicate materials. You're looking at papers, foils, banners, it works really well in. So I'm going to be using this particular head because I don't recommend using the graphic blade for banner material with the Freehand only. Perfect for the bench top, perfect for the smart fold, just not with the Freehand. So to change the head, remove the material stop, head stop on your rotary head. Align your material up, push down on the blade all the way along. Once you finish a cut, move the material so you have it aligned with the previous cut. Make sure it's in perfect alignment. Then you can finish your cut. And there you have your banner. Staying with the Evolution 3 series, I'm going to be using the Smart Fold. Now, the premise for cutting on the Smart Fold and the bench top is exactly the same. The only difference is with the bench top, if you're using the rotary head, so the fabric cutting head, which is this one, you will also be needing a cutting mat to support the material and prevent it from collapsing into the cutting groove. But apart from that, they're exactly the same in features. The Smart Fold has an integrated cutting strip to it, whereas the bench top doesn't, but I'll be using this and you can see how well the graphic blade performs, the rotary head performs, and I'll show you how the medium duty blade performs on the rocker head. So the rocker head and the fabric tool head are optional extras for all of the Evolution 3 series. They're backwards compatible, so they can be mounted onto machines already in the market. But they all perform really, really well. So I have my banner material. I'm going to just align it. I have some crop marks. So I've got a few crop marks here. I've got my graphic blade head installed. I'm just going to lower the clamp, which is pressure sensitive, until it's almost clamping my material, but I can still move it and adjust it until I'm happy with the alignment. So that's aligned to my crop marks. Clamp it all the way down. And using my graphic blade head, I now have my cut for the banner that I'm using. So staying with this particular type of banner, I'm going to now use the rotary head. So again, easy to install. With the rotary head, I obviously need the support to go underneath my flexible material. So to access that in the Smart Fold, all you need to do is lift up the clamp, push the buttons, which will give you access to the cutting strip. And once you have access to the cutting strip, you can lower your cutter bar because that gives you the support. Use your rotary blade to cut your material. So I remove the fabric tool head and I'm going to now use the rocker head. So the rocker head is the newest head that we have for the Evolution 3 range. It takes blade holders, blade cartridges, instead of the blade just being inserted into the machine itself. It comes with two, so I'll remove the one that's already in there. It's a different sort of blade. And this one has a medium duty blade on it. They're magnetic for safety, so once it's installed, it's not going to fall off. Easy to insert into the rocker head itself. Just slide it in, all the way down, tighten it up, and it's good to go. Again, you've got the safety feature that's spring-loaded. Install it onto the machine. Make sure that you have the machine back into its default position so the blade will go into the cutting groove. Line your banner up to the crop marks. Once you're happy, all the way down, engage the blade and use it to cut your banner. That's how you use the Keencut bench mounted or bench top machines to cut banner in this particular instance. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope it's been informative for you. Thank you very much for joining me. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to contact us directly here at Keencut. You can visit our website at keencut.com, or you can follow us on social media to see what's happening here at Keencut. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn and Facebook. So we look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.